Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Ryan Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Rebels headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Rogers. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. They'll move the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Quarterback may change this route. Throwing Russell. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to throw, it's Russell. Hauls it in. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Russell. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Rebels! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Finds his man down the middle.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Russell from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. The run inside. It's Lacey. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. This offense has it with really good field position. Running inside. It's Riley. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Russell. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back.
He's trying to get it in. He gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And the extra point is good. Let's see what he can do with the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. They'll start this drive from the 42. On the run, it's Riley. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Keelan Russell. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodgers. Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? That the quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quarterback will keep it. Got enough for the first. breaks into the open. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Rebels. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Using the quick game. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
They'll run it out of the shotgun, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Finds his back in the middle. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Russell on play action. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive.
Got a little grass. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle?
There he goes. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Red 18.
Motion from the wide out. Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is
looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it out. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Everybody's seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing Russell. Bringing the heat. Buried before he could blink. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The offense changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 9 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Tigers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Rush is on him. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Russell. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Keep it on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. They'll try to sneak it. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
He looks short on that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away. But that defensive line was having none of it. Failed fourth down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Keelan Russell going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Rebels offense is back on the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's first and 15. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at. Because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They go play action with Russell. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it for a big play. Brought down after the huge gain, gets this offense set up at the 27.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Russell. Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The run inside. It's Lacey. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. You're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
What a fantastic job by the defense there on that 4th down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Running inside. It's Lacey. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your due.
Makes the catch. It's Alexander. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to pass on second down. Here comes the heat. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking to scramble. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Snapped it in the shotgun. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. the Alabama offense coming onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Might have a chance. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
To the ground. He's got it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Riley. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Might be changing the route. From the gun to give, looking for room. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on 4th down? Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. They boot it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Going to try to get it himself. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The Rebels headed quickly to the line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never...
Gonna take a shot. No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Wide receiver going in motion. Snags it, and there's running room. The tag! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
see from this offense this week, talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah,
another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Taking it the other way. Touchdown time. The defense putting points on the board.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to the ground with the running back. And the defense makes a big hit, knocks him down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going. And
right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. They get to him as he throws. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. With the game in hand, the offense